Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Today we're going to play a little game of hide and seek. Get it? The monster's name is Hidon and we have to go find him and... Well, what do you mean that's not funny? One day you'll laugh at my jokes, viewers, and on that day the world shall shed a tear. But anyways, yeah, today we're going to go to Ebot's Rock and help Strago with his... Well, I guess it's Gung-Ho's problem, really, but somehow it got pushed on to Strago and company to go defeat Hidon and avenge Gung-Ho. So let's see here. Why are we walking? Who does not have sprint shoes? Okay, Realm doesn't. And as you can see, everyone else is the same as always. As far as espers go, they're pretty obvious. Strength on the melee characters, magic on the mages. Only I have Realm working on Bahamut, so she can start learning Flare. Alright, that was a quick trip. Oh, you know what? I want to give Edgar his other setup for this one, because a lot of the enemies here are actually going to be... What is it? Weak to Holy. There we go, much better. Oh no, flashbacks from Dragon Warrior. Oh no, a mimic. Oh, okay, he's just hungry. Whew. Luckily we don't have to fight this talking treasure chest. Man, he's acting like a junkie. I don't have any, but sure, we'll try it anyways. Oh wow. Okay, to get past this guy, all you have to do is collect, I think it's at least 22 pieces of coral, and come back and talk to him. And basically how this dungeon works is you just step on these little... Game? Alright, a lot of new enemies here though. Most of them, actually for my setup, most of them only do melee attacks. And you have the occasional person that'll cast a spell, but we'll have a ways to get around that as well. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this in the wrong order. Getting ahead of myself here, guys. What you want to do is have Float on everybody, and then you want to have Vanish on everyone. So let's get that going over there. And I don't think she has Float. No, she doesn't. Okay, well, we'll get Vanish back on Strago. I know you have Float because I gave you Stray earlier in the game. So yeah, Float will protect us from the Ophiuchus there, and Vanish will protect us against pretty much everything else in here. With the exception of one enemy, which I'm not too worried about. I don't feel like equipping wall rings just to protect against one spell. It's really not a big deal. And pretty much every enemy in here is weak to fire and holy, with the exception of like two. They're weak to poison. Oh shit. Whoops. I pressed up, but I guess you gotta press left for some reason. Yeah, there you go. Oh, this is taking a lot longer than it should. Sorry, guys. But yeah, for your setup for this dungeon, you want to go with Float and Vanish, and then you're pretty much invulnerable. Come on? Okay. But anyways, like I was saying, the little gimmick to this place is you have to collect some coral and feed it to that chest in order to advance. And in order to get the coral, all you do is step on those little floor tiles there, which give way, and it ports you to another part of the dungeon. And it's random. There's a save point. And you just do this over and over and over again until you have all the coral that you need. Another new enemy, Displayer. This guy is undead, so just go with a good life spell. Oh, almost used it on myself there. That would have been bad. This guy's also weak to fire and holy, if you want to go that route. Could have sworn there it is. So that puts us at 7. Yeah. And this part is a little tedious. You just gotta keep going into those holes, and eventually you'll get into a room with a box. Yeah, like I was starting to say, this reminds me of Dragon Warrior, where you had to go through dungeons using a torch because you couldn't see anything. Man, that was a pain in the ass. Oh, I lost count. What is that, 14? Okay, we'll go with 14. That's what I get for trying to talk and play a game at the same time. It's harder than some of you might think. Hey, go Cyan. So we'll say that's 19. 22. I want to get one more just to be case. Just in case, to be safe. Man, the game really wants me to turn in that coral. Oh well. He's going to have to wait, because we have new enemies here. Okay, we want to kill... Oh, crap. We need to get to Realm's turn. We need to kill this guy in the middle quick, because he can cast Holy, which will break our Vanish. But luckily, he is weak to Bio. Let's see. We'll go with Arrow. Why not? Those lizards on the right, just like their cousins, are weak to Ice. And if you leave them alone, I think they cast Quake. So that's why we have Float as well. Wow, go Strago. Your magic power is higher than I thought it was. But if you don't have Arrow, a good Ice 3 spell from Realm will wipe out pretty much anything here. Okay, now that I'm ready, we're not going to be able to get back to that room, are we? Oh, come on. Well, I guess we'll get more coral along the way. There we go. If you try to come here periodically, it won't work. The game doesn't keep track of any coral that you give him. So you have to give him all 22 pieces at once. Or more, for that matter. Man, this reminds me of a Weird Al song. Well, actually a couple of his songs. What do you mean you guys don't know who Weird Al is? Come on, I'm not that old, am I? Did I not give him 23? Oh. I was like, Cyan, why are you throwing a hissy fit? Huh? I never understood that. To this day, I don't know what that's all about, but... Oh, come on. We're almost there. Ah, the last new enemy in the area, Slatters. Nice gangster pose you got going on there. Let's see. Good. Let's show off, oh, what is it? Quadra Slice. Man, those bears are straight thuggin', aren't they? Yeah, that's really good damage for Cyan. 8k. Uh-oh. Hidon. Looks kind of like Slimer from Ghostbusters. But anyways, before we take another step forward, I want to make sure I'm all healed up and ready to go. Let's see, we have Float. Make sure she has Bahamut. Cool. Alright, yeah, we're in pretty good shape. For boss time against Hidon, who looks completely badass. Alright, so first things first, let's take care of those little guys. Bahamut should do the trick. Hidon himself is weak to Fire, Holy, and Quake, actually. Or Earth. Well, I guess Quake is the only Earth spell you have. So you could use Quake against this guy if you wanted to. Grand Train? That sounds bad. Yeah, that looks exactly like Magus' Dark Matter spell from Chrono Trigger. Oh, it's too bad we didn't get a message here that says the black wind begins to howl. That would be awesome. Alright, go Edgar. But yeah, that did some pretty good damage to us. Alright, got him. Oh, I should have tried to steal from him with Locke. You could steal a Thornlet, which is a unique piece of headgear, although it's not very good. Hey, Strago learned Grand Train, his most powerful lore in the game. Make sure you pick that up before you defeat Hidon there. It's basically the lore equivalent to Ultima. It's non-elemental, hits all enemies, and it bypasses magic defense. Well, that was quick and easy. Gung-ho. Hey, Gung-ho. Gung-ho! There we go. Haha. Hullabaloo? The hell does that mean? Well, I'm assuming it means what's all the commotion, but I've never heard anyone say that, ever. And I've lived all over the country. I've never even heard my grandmother say that. I like how they're both getting so excited there. Yeah, we kicked his ass good, man. And we learned Grand Train. Yeah, you seem to be awfully bouncy for someone who just got their ass kicked. Wait, what? This is a cool little scene, though. I like it. All you had to do was show him your hero's ring. I guess we'll let him have his moment there. Huh? For what? Wait, so if Strago's been... Well, he hasn't been chasing Hidon for decades, but it's been quite a while since he last went looking for him. Wouldn't Hidon be just as old as Strago? I mean, there's no way he'd be at full strength after all these years. Faking. Oh, I love how Realm just calls him out on his bullshit. What the? Well, either way, it worked. Strago conquered his demons. So, and he learned Grand Train, so, alright. Hey, let's talk to Gung-ho again. Now, something strange happens. I don't know if this is a glitch, or if it's intended. I don't know if I can do it right now, but we'll see. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say. Oh, okay. Well, eventually, after time passes, I don't know if you have to sleep at the inn, or if it's a set amount of time, or what, but eventually you can come back and talk to Gung-ho, and somehow he tells you Hidon has reappeared in the cave, and you can go fight him again if you really want to. So if you didn't get Grand Train on your first trip, then you can always go back and get it later. But other than that, there's no reason to go back through the cave and fight Hidon again, unless you just want to steal a Thornlet. But again, it's not even that good, and you can't really get anything special from the Coliseum with it. I think you get like a Mirage Vest, which is just a piece of body armor that gives you auto image. But again, it's not worth it. I wouldn't bother. Alright, so let's see. Well, there's only one side quest left, and that is the Cult of Kefka's Tower here, so I'm going to take a minute to rearrange my party and be right back. Alright guys, got my party rearranged the way I would like it to be, so let's take a look at the Fanatic's Tower. Now as that thief to the left will tell you, all of your commands are sealed in this tower except for magic and item. So things like blitz, tools, fight, you don't have access to those. And that goes for the enemies too. You're only going to be hit by spells in this entire dungeon. So because of that, I wanted everyone's magic evade to be as high as I can get it, but also somewhat equal. So for Locke, I have the Force Armor and Force Shield, because physical defense is irrelevant, so not having any, not a big deal. And they also cover all of his elemental protection needs. Terra has 87%, and the Paladin Shield and Minerva will protect against elements for her, and she's also going to be working on Ultima. Now, I didn't give her the Illumina because I didn't want to put all of my eggs into one basket, so to say. And if I gave her the Illumina and Paladin Shield, then Celis would suffer on her magic evade, so that's why I did that. And I have the Mystery Veils for that extra 10%. Realm, same as always, although I want her to have the Cat Hood, because that'll, well, I guess it wouldn't matter because they both have the evade, but the Cat Hood protects against the elements that I care about. So she's fine, and she's at 89%. And Celis is also at 89%, pretty much same as Terra. Now as far as relics go, I have Locke on his melee setup, which I'll go over in a minute. I have wall rings on everyone else with marble shoes and sprint shoes. Now for Espers, I don't have one on Locke because the enemies here don't give experience, so it's a pretty good place to learn spells if you want to. You can just spam Ultima in every battle, and you can learn pretty much any spell you want to very quickly. I have Raiden on Terra, not so much to learn quick, but because it'll be useful to summon. Bahamut still on Realm, and Alexander on Celis, so she could start learning Holy. I don't know, she just seems like a white mage for some reason. She reminds me of Rosa from Final Fantasy IV. Maybe it's the blonde hair and the white clothes. Well, let's get into a battle here. Oh, you also want Float on all your characters because one of the enemies here will cast Quake. And you want elemental protection because we're going to run into spells like Murton, which is very powerful and it gets through Reflect. But if you have fire protection, you should be okay. Oh, level 30 magics, alright. Now the other thing is, a lot of enemies here have Reflect. So you can't hit them with spells directly, so what you want to do is target yourself and bounce it off, and then you can hit them with spells. I believe these guys are susceptible to instant death, so we're going to try Raiden first. And if that doesn't work, we will use Berserk on Locke, so he can use physical attacks. That's why I don't have him with Float or Reflect, so he can take a little bit of damage here and there. Aww. And that'll power up his Valiant Knife. And the Valiant Knife also pierces defense, so it should do really good damage. Yeah, go Locke. Now with this in mind, you could bring Umaro here, but he doesn't really have the magic defense or the evade, so he could do okay damage, but he's going to take some damage himself. And Gogo could also be useful because you can mimic spells for no MP. So if you wanted to, you could just spam Ultima and just blow your way through this tower, quite literally. Level 50 magic? Oh man. Oh, this guy's undead, so we'll go with Life. I think Life goes right through Reflect. Yeah. So does Silence, by the way. If you use the Mute spell, your Reflect will not protect against it. And I think some of the enemies here are not immune to it. Although I could be mistaken on that one, so we'll do one more battle. Okay, it's just the same. But yeah, you guys can see... Wow. Is that even gonna work? No, I thought not. But yeah, you guys can see how quickly you're amassing ability points here. I mean, just this one guy here gives you, what, 6? Oh, 5. But that's ridiculous. So a really good place to level grind for spells if you want to. But that's it for this episode. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up of what's in store if you want to climb this tower. So when we come back next time, we'll climb to the top and see what these guys are guarding. Is it really as wondrous as that one thief says it is? Well, find out next time. Until then, though, as always, take care, have a good day, and thanks for watching.